If you compare a eukaryotic cell with a prokaryotic one, then this here is the eukaryotic cell, and this tiny little dot is the prokaryotic cell. Eukaryotic cells are much larger, usually around 10 to 100 micrometers, while prokaryotic cells are only about 0.1 to 5 micrometers in size. But for the rest of this video, we will forget about their size for a moment and focus on what else makes them different, starting from their structure, their DNA, and how they function inside. Prokaryotic cells are simple, primitive cells found in archaea and bacteria, while eukaryotic cells are complex cells found in plants, animals, fungi, protozoa, and algae. Prokaryotes do not have a membrane-bound nucleus. Their DNA lies in the nucleoid region and is circular, which means it forms a closed loop rather than linear chromosomes. Eukaryotes, on the other hand, have a true nucleus with a double membrane, and their DNA is linear, tightly packed with histone proteins, which helps organize and compact the genetic material. Now here's an important point to note. Prokaryotes do not use these histone proteins. Instead, they use histone-light proteins, also known as nucleoid-associated proteins, to help fold and compact their circular DNA. These proteins perform a similar job, but they are not true histones. In prokaryotes, there is just one circular chromosome with no introns, which is a non-coding part of a gene, and they often have extra DNA called plasmids. Eukaryotes have multiple chromosomes, and their genes contain introns, and plasmids are generally absent, except in yeast. Prokaryotes don't have membrane-bound organelles. They only have a few 70S ribosomes, while eukaryotic cells have many organelles, like mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies, lysosomes, 80S ribosomes, and chloroplasts, which are only present in plant cells, not animal. Almost all prokaryotes have a cell wall made of peptidoglycan, a unique molecule found only in bacteria. In eukaryotes, the cell wall depends on the organism. Plants have cellulose, fungi have chitin, and animals have no cell wall at all. If we talk about energy production, eukaryotes carry out respiration inside mitochondria, but prokaryotes don't have mitochondria to produce ATP, so they carry out electron transport and ATP synthesis across the cell membrane. For locomotion, prokaryotes move using simple flagella made of flagellin, and these rotate like a tiny motor, while eukaryotic flagella and cilia have the famous 9+2 microtubule structure, and they move in a wave-like motion. Beyond movement, the differences between prokaryotes and eukaryotes become even more striking when we look at how they reproduce and divide. Prokaryotes use binary fission to divide, which is very fast, like in the case of E. coli, can divide every 20 minutes under optimal conditions. And eukaryotes use mitosis for growth and meiosis for reproduction, which are far more complex processes. Because of this simple division mechanism, prokaryotic reproduction is also fundamentally asexual. Prokaryotes reproduce only asexually through binary fission. They don't form gametes, but they can exchange genes through conjugation, transformation, and transduction. But eukaryotes can reproduce both asexually and sexually. So in summary, prokaryotes are small, simple, and without a true nucleus. Eukaryotes are larger, complex, and contain a real nucleus with organized DNA. This difference forms the foundation of all biology and microbiology.